السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين. الحمد لله حمدا يوافي نعمه ويكافئ مزيدا. يا ربنا لك الحمد كما ينبغي لجلال وجهك وعظيم سلطانك. سبحانك لا نحصي ثناء عليك أنت كما أثنيت على نفسك. نستغفرك ونتوب إليك، وأفضل الصلاة وأتم التسليم على سيدنا محمد الصادق الأمين المبعوث رحمة للعالمين وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. اللهم لا سهل إلا ما جعلته سهلا، وأنت تجعل الحزن إذا شئت سهلا. اللهم انفعنا بما علمتنا وعلمنا ما ينفعنا وزدنا علما وفقهنا إذا علمتنا. This text originally was done by a famous muhaddith called Ibn Asakir. It's not from the early one, like Bukhari and Muslim, not from the latest one like Ibn Hajar and the others. You may consider him as intermediate. I think he passed away on 5th or 6th century. Okay, you are going to find in his books some hadith that you don't find it available elsewhere. Okay, I think most of you people, they are familiar with the 40 hadiths, which everyone has different collection of them. And one of the collection of Ibn Asakir was to collect 40 hadiths about the mothers of believers, or we call it them in Arabic Ummahat al-Mu'minin. Okay, and this title it was given to them, by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in verse number 6 in Surah Al-Ahzab, النبي أولى بالمؤمنين من أنفسهم وأزواجه أمهاتهم. That means the wives of the Prophet, they are the mothers of the believers. Okay, we read that in old days it was mentioned وهو أب لهم, and he is the Prophet their father. Then this was abrogated, and it's quite obvious why it was abrogated, because the Prophet ﷺ is much more important than myself. النبي أولى بالمؤمنين من أنفسهم. That's why we have good explanation why this was abrogated. Regarding the wives of the Prophet ﷺ, as him ﷺ, we say about him محمد بشر وليس كالبشر بل هو ياقوتة والناس كالحجر. That means he is human, but when you compare him to any other humankind, you are going to find a significant difference between him and the others. Like when you have even this example doesn't fit exactly, but we just get it, to have an idea, like when you have a ruby compared to stones. Okay, and this is the one of the reality of him when he is compared to the other humankind. Okay, time-wise, this was given as another example. That means when the poet said that the people, they are like a year. Okay, and those who are highly selected by Allah, they are like the months of Ramadan, and you yourself speaking to the Prophet ﷺ like Laylatul Qadr. Okay, and this is all to give us an idea, about how great, how high is the Prophet ﷺ. For sure, all of us, we speak about being high or whatever, but we try to at least to get high, by something else. Some of our people, they'll get high because of physical matters, physical assets like money, like fame, like education. The other, they go a little bit further up, they get their highness, by spiritual matter. Third may get a little bit higher, by getting their highness, by getting closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. What we know about the Prophet ﷺ, in most cases, it's self-highness. It's inside himself. Okay? It's not gained from the outside. If you have the most nice person, on his clothes, take away the clothes, will look like ugly one, and or not only or ordinary, very ugly one, will look, If you have the richest one, take away his money, again, it doesn't look like the others, The point here, which is quite clear, I think, for everyone, in the hereafter, this is the way we are going to be, okay? We are going to be undressed, okay, as our primary stage, and all together we are the same, okay? No difference. But you have significance given to us from whom? From Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Those prophets, they are going to be on pulpits. Okay? They are going to be the first one, to get dressed, and have nice dresses, and you name it, Whenever you see it here, you see it how from inside and how from outside Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made the high selectivity, of certain people, which is the most wise among us, those who go by these standards that given by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And it's completely different. And I'm here to tell you, even we have this problem during the time of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Once the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam was sitting with a person, and a person passed through, and he asked him, what do you think about this person? He said, this person, if he came to Majlis, everyone should give him a free space to sit at. They don't have chairs, at that time, They will sit, on the floor, to give him free space, to sit at. Whenever he starts speaking, everyone should listen to him. If he seek to have some engagement to some woman, it should be accepted, by everyone. The Prophet ﷺ kept silent. Then another person came. What do you think about this? This, if he come to a majlis, no one should give him free space, to sit. When he starts speaking, no one should listen to him. When he seek engagement to someone, someone should not be accepted, And the Prophet ﷺ said, I swear by Allah that this person, the one who come, is much better than the whole earth of that particular person. Well, this is very dangerous message, given to us by the Prophet ﷺ. It tells us that even in the time of the Prophet ﷺ, many people, they have been fooled or misguided, by certain measurement, which doesn't mean anything, in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's scale. And that's why the Prophet ﷺ started to correct this. Okay. Here, I look at this, as very rich knowledge to be given, especially in our time, and I don't know if the women, they agree with this, but I see the significant and massive difference among the women, and their thought, and many of these women who has been raised, in different cultures, or different social background, they are going to look at the woman in different way, which is, in my view at least, it's quite far from the Islamic teaching, and this is a problem. We as males, we have our own problems, I look at this as a main problem, for the woman. Even the religious one among the women, nowadays, they have different look, about their position and about, which doesn't fit exactly, at least in my mind, the way Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala designated or created the woman to be as such. And that's why I look at this book. It's very important to both sides, but it's much more important for the female side, because these are our models, these are our symbol, for the woman. Those are what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala described. I would like to recite this verse as such. Ya nisa an-nabi lastunna ka'ahadin min an-nisa. Okay? As we believe that the Prophet ﷺ is not equal to any human. He is human, he was human and he is human, but he is not equal to any of us. Okay? Again, those women who were highly selected by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Don't ask me how. I may be good in explaining some. I'm sure I'm going to be not good, in explaining many of the aspects. Okay, why? What's the point here? The point, most of us, including myself, when I judge a person or look at him, I look at him from outside. How is his talk? Is he eloquent in his language? Does he look nice? Does he smell well? Does he have nice clothes or whatever? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, as the Prophet said, look inside your heart. Okay. And this is the hard thing, this is the hard story. Okay. So here, regardless if we like or don't like, and we should like, the attitude of these women, the women of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, we should, especially for the female side, we should change ourselves to that standard. Why? Firstly, because if we declare that we love the Prophet ﷺ, these are the women around him, okay, and they are highly selected by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Yani when you look at one or two verses, they were given the choice by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They have physical hard time, okay, hard life. They had it physical. And some of them, they want to improve the quality, of their life physically with the Prophet ﷺ. And you read it in the Quran. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you see, not the Prophet. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave them the choice. Okay, oh ya Nabi, the Prophet, give that choice to your women. If they want this life, set them free. Let them go. Okay, and find the way in this life. You see, here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did not threaten these women, that I'm going to punish you, I'm going to put you in hellfire. No. Set them free, let them go. Okay? And if they want Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and His Messenger and the hereafter, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has prepared for them very unique and significant reward from Him subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay? I personally am too proud and I'm too happy that all of those highly selected women, you don't have even one among them, she had the first choice. All of them, as if they have a decision, or whatever, and all of them, without exception, they choose Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and His Messenger. This for me, make me too proud, make me too happy, make me high. Not by myself, I'm not good, in myself, But when I look at these high figures, of those people and these females, really I admire them a lot, that they were given that choice by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Even some of them, they want to improve their position, physically, and when they were given that choice by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, all of them, they gave the priority to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, His Messenger and the hereafter. For me, I may be right or wrong, I'm quite sure that I'm right, about it. They have tasted something with that way. I'm not speaking about your people, I haven't tasted before. Or up till now, I haven't tasted it, okay? Myself, many of those children, or kids, in our time, they are interested in this toy and that candy and this cereal, okay, whatever, As an adult, I may not be that interested in the toy or cereal or whatever, but I have my toys. I have my own toys, okay? I would like to have a car, I would like to have nice house, I would like to have nice furniture or whatever. Those great women, they have tasted something that I never tasted, okay? Whether I have tasted it or not, I should follow their step. Okay? And here, for sure. And this is the scientific way. When you speak medically, many of the audience, they don't know anything about medicine, okay? When they got sick, and they go to the physician, he may ask them to do very weird thing, It starts from the bitter, medication that should be given to that child, and the child is going to suffer a lot, about it, Why would you give this to your child? Even though you love your child. Keep him away or keep her away from candies. You do it. Even you see that your child, suffer a lot, of being kept away, of those matters. Why do we do it? Because you have confidence in that doctor. And the problem that your child have is going to be resolved by this matter. When I take it to my case, okay, all of us, we have this problem. We have a lot of problems, okay? If you ask, I'm sorry to tell you about this, if you ask your people, how much among you they are happy, I think most of you say, no, we are not that happy, okay? Are you happy? I asked this question before to the audience, are you happier, or your parents or grandparents, they were happier? And I was surprised. The answer came, no, our grandparents, they were much happier than us. Okay? Even though, I think for your community, you are better off than them. You have much more money, you have much more available things, you have nice houses, you have this, you have that, okay? Why they were happier than you? I should ask myself this question. Since we are competing, for toys and for candies and for the adult, it's going to be much larger than the ordinary toys, and candies, okay? Well, what's the point here? The point, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, they have better connection with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They have better confidence in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They have better knowledge in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If I want to say, if you accept this from me, they have better experience with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This experience, it starts in this life, okay? Try to find your experience with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Many of the humankind, they don't even know Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Those who know Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, I described this before, they look at Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as something high, something great, okay? I'm going to put myself down. I don't want to have any interference with such a great power or superpower. This is not the case. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala would. He said, for sure, it's good idea. It's very noble position to put myself down. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants me to speak with Him. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants me to show my need to Him. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants me to complain to Him. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants me to ask Him. Okay, and here the matter of building relation with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we have significant lack of it, in most of us. When a person, got sick, I give this example all the time. When a person got sick, he'll go to the first physician. Okay, wrote him a prescription. I'm sorry, most of my examples, in medicine, because this is my field, okay? He'll give you a prescription. He'll go and try it. Failed. He'll go to another physician. You don't have it here in UK because of the medical system, but elsewhere you may have it, okay? You go to another physician. He's going to write different medicines, in most cases same material but different name, okay? Just try to fool you, okay? And you try it, fail. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, up to 20, all of them failed. Then number 21 will tell you, listen my friend, your disease is incurable. Then at this point, which is too far and too late, okay, then you remember that you have Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Don't misunderstand me. I'm not telling you don't go to the physician, okay? But from the first step, before going to the physician, you should remember that there is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And this is perhaps one of the main difference between us and those people, these great people, these great women, okay? They tend to remember Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala all the time. Okay? One of these great women, Sayyidah Aisha, she was, nowadays we don't care a lot, about it, but I'm sorry, we are completely wrong, She was accused of her reputation, Sayyidah Aisha, okay? And she was in very sensitive position, but when you read that story, you found that very young girl or young woman, she never forget Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay? When we have much more trivial or simple problem, we are going to forget Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Or the best among us, what they are going to say, well, oh Allah, why did you do so for me? I have been too good for you, As if, astaghfirullah, it sounded that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala not good with you. Why did you say so? Why did you have this wrong statement? Because you think, you don't have the full confidence in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala at this point. So here, I highly respect, I highly admire all description that is going to be given by this famous scholar Ibn Asakir about the wives of the Prophet ﷺ. But to be honest with you, in my heart, I have much higher, thought about it. Okay, I have much more higher expectation in them, and I would like from myself and from the other, when so and so woman got angry or hungry or this of those negative matter that all humankind are going to be exposed to. Okay, even the Prophet ﷺ got hungry sometimes, got angry sometimes, got without clothes sometimes, or without. He said ﷺ about himself, I have 30 nights, I don't have anything to eat except something under the shoulder of Bilal. Okay? When we look at our refresh, we cannot understand it. How come the Prophet ﷺ stayed with his, and for sure he is going to give the priority to Bilal to eat, and for 30 days or 30 nights or whatever, the only food that he has available which is under the shoulder of Bilal. Okay? So here, I'm not telling you that those great people, they have the heaven here on the earth. No, they suffer, they have some difficulties, they have some hardship. But what makes the difference, between us and them, is how they connected themselves to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay? You see, I look at this as very honorable position for these women, they are addressed by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, not even by the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Ya ayyuhan nabiy qul li